welcome to another video. This one's going to be a little bit different. No comic books this time, but there are some DVDs. I'm going to show you, I think this is all of them, all of the wrestling DVDs that I've found at some local pawn shops here over the last maybe couple of years or so. Buy a lot of DVDs at pawn shops. To be honest, really that's about the only reason I ever go to a pawn shop is looking for DVDs. There's one that still sells CDs. But anyway, starting off, The Legacy of Stone Cold Steve Austin. I paid $2 for this one. I thought, okay, that's worth $2. And let me get some light on here. I'm not a big Steve Austin fan, but for $2 I thought, okay. I hadn't watched all of it. Right now, I'm on disc 3. I'm watching the, what is it here? 3 Stages of Hell match that he had with Triple H. I've watched the first part of that. And we got a match here with The Rock, which I'm definitely not going to watch, simply because I cannot stand The Rock. I like The Rock even less than I like Hulk Hogan. Okay. I got that at the same time. I went there and they had a whole bunch of wrestling DVDs. Somebody must have taken all their the entire wrestling DVD collection and brought it in the pawn shop. Can't imagine they got very much for it since they've been selling them for $2. Anyway, when I bought that Steve Austin one, I also got this, which is the Best of SmackDown from, when is this? 1999 to 2009, again, only $2. So I thought 3 discs, okay, it's worth it. Yeah, didn't watch all, went through it, and there was quite a bit of stuff I skipped, like I said. Anything with The Rock in it, I wasn't crazy about. I don't remember just exactly how many matches are on here that I watched, but there was some funny stuff. I mean, that whole thing with the Big Show. Supposedly, remember Big Show's daddy had died, and it was a Big Boss Man came to the funeral and tied the casket to his car and drove off with it. Oh, that was freaking ridiculous. Yeah. Some good stuff on here. I don't remember anything with Goldust being on here, though. So that's kind of disappointing. William Regal pops up once in a while just for, they talk to different wrestlers about different events happening. Yeah, but yeah, it was okay. It was okay for $2. I like wrestling from most of what I watch is from the 80s. So a lot of this stuff I didn't know I'd never seen before. Well, most of it I'd never seen before. And these next 3 here, I got from that same pawn shop, and these DVDs were all behind the counter. I noticed them there, and I asked the woman how much they cost, thinking that because these were like these are sets. I figured they were probably at $5 each. She told me, I think those are $2 each, and so that's what I got them for. So this for $2. I thought, okay, I'll go ahead and take all 3 of them. Wrestling's Highest Flyers. Again, a lot of stuff on here I skipped. But, there is some Ricky Steamboat on here. Shawn Michaels versus Vader. I don't remember that match. Ultimo Dragon versus Rey Mysterio Jr. Yeah, I watched that. Great Muta versus Sting. Of course, I watched that. Yeah, there's some good Lucha Libre stuff on here. Jushin Thunder Liger is on here. So, that was worth $2, I guess. Yeah, next up, we got Greatest Rivalry, Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart. Again, only paid $2. I watched just a few of these matches. I admit I fast forwarded through the what was a 60-minute Iron Man match. I was never crazy about Bret Hart solo. I used to enjoy it when he was in the Hart Foundation back in the 80s. As for Shawn Michaels, a guy I never really cared for that much. I do like the Rockers back when he was with Marty Jannetty. I could be wrong, but I think before they went to WWF, I think Michaels and Jannetty, the Rockers, wrestled in the Kansas City area, which must have been for Bob Geigel. Yeah. And when I bought those two, I also got Jake the Snake Roberts. Pick your poison. Jake Roberts I do like. I think I liked it more when he was in World Class. He was still Jake the Snake, but he didn't have I guess he didn't have Damien then. In fact, I've been watching some Jake Roberts recently when he was with, I can't remember if Gary Hart was his manager or not. He had teamed with Chris Adams and Gino Hernandez. This is around the time when Chris Adams went from being a face to being heel. He gave Kevin Von Erich the super kick to the face at the Cotton Bowl. That was a great heel turn. This also comes with some booklet. So I can get it out. This has a book. It has excerpts from Superstar Billy Graham's book, Jerry Lawler's book. I think I've read all of Jerry Lawler's book. I think I checked it out in the library one time. And Fred Blassie's, part of his book. Yeah, of the three, I think probably the most enjoyable was Fred Blassie's. From that same pawn shop, and this one was $2, Bobby the Brain Heenan. So-so. I don't think the documentary was long enough, to be honest. It was enjoyable, but too short of running time. I can't even remember for sure what's on disc 2. This doesn't have a booklet, so I can't look at it to help me remember what's on it. Not enough stuff from whatever that show was. Not Tuesday Night Titans, but the other one where Bobby Heenan was the guest. That was from a time when I wasn't really paying any attention to wrestling. About the time I left high school, I had quit watching wrestling. I was really out of the loop. I didn't know what was going on. It wasn't until, say, the late 90s again that I kind of got back into seeing a little bit of what was going on. Also from that same pawn shop. I think I found this. Went there a day after Christmas, spent some of my Christmas money. Road Warriors. The life and death of the most dominant tag team in wrestling history. Really good stuff on here. This was worth it. $2. A lot of promos, a lot of matches. Not just from from all over. NWA, AWA, WWE. Really good documentary. Different pawn shop went to. Had some more. behind the counter. He's on the shelf. I think these are $5 each. Not really sure why I got this one. I must have wanted it. Kind of surprised I actually paid $5 for it, since I'm not that crazy about Randy Savage. And, no documentary on this one. I guess this was still when he was I guess they had a falling out with Vince or somebody. So you don't hear anything from Randy. You don't hear anything from Lanny Poffo. You get some matches, and then you get like a history of his career in WWE with I can't even remember who the hell it was. It wasn't Michael Cole, was it? Michael Cole and some woman. Yeah, I don't remember who it is. I don't even know if I finished this one. But there's some good stuff on here. I don't think it includes anything from his early part of his career. And from the this other last pawn shop, it's just up the street a ways. I found this one, which I'd been wanting for a long time. Actually, I was glad that I had gone. I went and first time I looked at all the DVDs, and I thought, well, damn, I didn't find anything. Then I thought, well, I'm gonna take another look, and then I saw this, and I thought, how did I miss this? Triumph and Tragedy of World Class Championship Wrestling. One of my favorites. Favorite wrestling DVDs. WCCW is probably my favorite wrestling promotion. Used to watch this every Saturday. Channel 62 in Kansas City when I was in junior high. I'm not sure how long it ran, but yeah, I always enjoyed it. Or enjoyed it then. Still enjoy it. Been a fan of the Freebirds ever since I first saw them. Kabuki. There's Gino. Skandar Akbar, Bill Mercer. Carrie and Fritz Von Erich and Mrs. Von Erich. That was $2. Picked this up, I think it was maybe around last summer. The best of WCW, Clash of the Champions. This is a good one. $5 for this one, 3-disc set. Good stuff from the NWA. I doubt I watched everything on it, since there is some stuff from WCW. But pretty sure this. Yeah, this was before all that NWO shit started. I'm not a fan of NWO at all. And the last one, I just kind of saw this at the back. On the way they have their DVDs arranged are like on a rack, and they've got like them, like they'll have like one up here, one here, one here, one here, and then like 6 in a row. So the first thing I noticed about this was the back. I thought, what is this here? Well, we got Undertaker DVD. Well, I don't know. $2. Is it just a single disc? If it's just one disc, I think I'll pass. Then I noticed that it was a 3 DVD set. And I thought, well, okay, for an Undertaker 3-disc set for $2, I'll go ahead and get it. Yeah. I watched almost all this one. I enjoyed it. No documentary about him. He's not gonna, because he's not ready to do that. Maybe when he retires, which I can't imagine will probably be much longer. Maybe we'll finally get a documentary about him. He can open up. Yeah, really good. Starts off with his in the early 90s. Casket matches and all that. Great promos. $2. And there you go. That's it for Pawn Shop Wrestling DVD haul. Thanks for watching.